Hello and welcome everyone. Today we get to continue with the Ace Attorney trilogy, and my situation still continues as it has been for the, well, over a week now. So expect me to remain more muted than normal and to stop to have a coffee more often than normal. But let's get started anyway. And to those more interested, I just say my situation is improving, but not fast enough to be genuinely noticeable. Also, again, it didn't accept enter, it wanted me to click. But let's continue where we were left off. And yes, we should be exactly where we were left off. Uh, this dude just wants to be booked in and arrested, being the master thief. But when you are a fan of a thief like this, uh, wouldn't it slander the name of that thief when you actually get caught and locked away? Like, you are ending their legacy. Like, if they start stealing again and appear, you ain't getting out, regardless. People will remember that, oh, they got caught. We know who they are. It will stuck. Even if it's proven to be false afterward, it will get stuck forever. Like, it hasn't happened in like a provable history with thieves, but it has happened with assassins. Without going into any quote-unquote conspiracies, just look at famous assassination cases and look at the people getting caught. In many occasions, they caught multiple people. Like, they caught someone, they get killed, they caught someone else, like, oh, it's this one. And the first one is just forgotten. Some might remember, oh, that guy got arrested for it, but what about this other one? Especially this one young big country, let it be unnamed, have had a huge habit of just getting scapegoats because they had no idea who it was. about that. First of all, the name Godot always struck me. Because it always felt like you just wanted it to be Go Bot. As they have this very cyborg look to it because of the visor. Like, they never really explain how it works. And I would be very intrigued. Because I cannot see how it works. It's so weird. And never lost a case. Well, you'll hear more about that a bit. Yep, there we go. Yeah, he never lost before because he haven't prosecuted a single case yet. Oh, Godot. Like, he's just like, it feels like he was written to just break all the norms, like just everything, and people just accept it. Like, I understand it with like the entire Karma family, how it happens, but with him, not so much, you know. It's understandable to a certain extent, but well, you can already assume it's gonna get further to ridiculous levels. And we just witnessed Godot's magical skill to just summon a cup of coffee out of thin air. And we will begin to see this to a very, very unhealthy length. To a length of how the hell is he alive? for multiple things, especially when you know at the end, it makes things even weirder. But just the coffee alone, just that alone is like, what? How? Uh, it's just coffee. Like that's the thing. It's common for coffee to be drunk at places, even in court, but not by the parties that are supposed to be speaking. Uh, like observers, jury, guards. Yes, it has been seen, but it's bad manners. Just bad manners overall, but still. And I just noticed something. Hold on, I will see if I can fix it. It's not something you can even see. And oh yeah, it's not working. It's just a background process going on. I never even attempted to use it with this game. But seemingly, even with this version, it doesn't work, so never mind. Let's continue. Well, we have to go with the traditional. If we are allowed, we will push it. Uh, he's actually in the right. Like, he wasn't informed. It was, in the end, kept low and private. So, he shouldn't be laughing, yeah? But he's not wrong either. So, there are two things that we know are wrong here. And I'm gonna let you guys have a moment to think about what that is, like what those things are. They are things we can we can prove even. And I was starting to think, was there a order of how it was done? Or was it even so I couldn't do the other one now at all, and it was stated later? I think it was stated later, because there is the one more obvious thing we can like immediately state it. This is very wrong. You still have a moment to think about it, but I'm gonna give the first hint. We are gonna do it on not the first, not the second, not the third, but on the fourth one. Precious art pieces. You already got it? It has no monetary value. Remember when I said about me wondering how is he alive? This goes very much into it. that he has done 107 coffee blends. Like, special blends. Even if that would be one per day, and you remember how many days in a year there is, it doesn't sound bad, but then you have to think of into consideration it has to be unique. It cannot just be that, oh, this is the 107th batch of coffee I ever made. It needs consideration and reputation, and you are supposed to get multiple cups per blend, so things are just piling up. Just remember this when we get further in and into the future cases and things. Well, remember when I said about there being two things? This is not related to it, but it will lead into that. Because you have to remember, it's been years and years. I don't remember the exacts of everything, but I think I do remember what are we going for right now. Not that. Yes, definitely. Boom. Okay. Anyone already see what's gonna be? Any ideas? It was quite quick, but we already were presented it during today's stream. You don't even have to think back. And the pointer is almost pointed to it from the get-go. Just slightly tad a bit on the right end. That's very, very highly illegal. But then again, Phoenix does the same thing constantly. And like, what happens in the Great Ace Attorney, I think it gets even worse on it. And like, I noticed it being even super more blatant in the second game compared to the first game. Anyway. Hello, Goran. Like, it's not that weird. GoBot is seem like a living ad for coffee, but well, I'm with Atomy on the fact that GoBot is a coffee maniac. I don't see how he is living. It will become very apparent when time goes on. You will also see. And no, I won't give you coffee. I won't make any. I bet I might even have some. But I don't drink it. I don't want to. I'm bad at making it. I'm not sure even where my coffee machine is. And do I have any filters? But I assume I have some like old stale coffee somewhere. Um, I yeah, I understand, but for him not ever being caught, and from what we are given not being anywhere close, I would see that you just not being concealed as like an open invitation hit here, like a huge kick me sign on their back, and yeah. Oh, thank you, Goron. Ugh. Good God. I don't know how, but feels like half of it went aside, while the other half went where it should be, all at the same speed. I don't understand how. Like, I'm not back to normal, no. Like, I will still try to preserve what I can. Like, I'm still in a very famished state, since I haven't been able to leave my apartment and everything. So, yeah, things aren't well, but getting slowly better, I guess. There is a huge difference here, though. Phoenix is a defense attorney. He's meant to fight with papers and words, while you were in an active security guard duty, where you were physically meant to apprehend a criminal and remain vigilant. Very different circumstances and very different occupations. You, sir, are just trying to cover your back. What are you planning to stream? Like, people streaming on top of each other isn't anything out of the norm. And it would be nice that I could raid you. It's been a while since I've been able to do that. Oh, RimWorld. Yeah, that would be nice to actually watch. I haven't watched anything to do with that game in a while. I am interested in it, but... money. So yeah. And anyway, 8, that would be 10 my time. I assume that I would be at least close to being done at that point, if not done already. So feel free, I would so want to raid you. Hopefully we get the timing close enough so it can be done. Because I want to leave at like a good spot where to leave the stream at. I don't ever remember like details how long things are gonna last, so I can't make a promise how long I'm actually gonna go on. And if I need to have extra breaks, for instance, that's gonna prolong things. Not the only thing that I'm sick. So are the rest of the family. And so forth. And $5. Like, it being for €5 would be fine, but $5, jeez. That's cheap. And yeah, as hinted in that like post-doc there is 3 years ago. How long has it been out already? Jesus. And wrong button? What do you mean wrong button? But what I was about to say. That the after talk there kind of spoils immediately what we are supposed to do. And funny enough, we are gonna go into not the first, not the second, not the third, but we are going back to the fourth. 2 4s in a row. To present. Ah, okay. I see. For some reason, my eyes kept skipping the line, so I couldn't see that you even posted the second message. Oh, it could very well be that there was lag in the chat and it wasn't there. It wouldn't be the first time. I've even seen messages that was clearly sent before, arriving later on. As well. But yeah. Like, £5, it's a tad more, but still cheap. But yeah, let's... No, wrong button. No. I didn't want to press that button. Let me click through. Come on. And let's go back and present the evidence, which is the brooch. That is true, but like this series being so big, and the instance of false testimony ever actually leading to a conviction, unless they were the guilty party, which is totally different thing, has been so petite. Like, there should be more cases of showing that giving false testimony leads into you being convicted. Like, hiding and stealing evidence aside, I think the Great Ace Attorney has shown like a far better showing of like what happens with your court behavior throughout, without spoiling anything. Because it's not just you, it's others as well. And they are the latest games in the series after all, so it makes sense. I'm just I'm hoping actually for more. I don't even know what would I want. Most likely I would want maybe continuation for the Great Ace Attorneys. I haven't finished the second one yet, so I don't know, is it in a spot that it could continue? Because I have a feeling it will get to a spot where it cannot naturally continue. But there is talks that there is gonna be next part in the main series. I'm not against that. I would actually want a part that shows how the ending of the previous one, like how things managed from that on, because it ended up in a very weird place. People are all over, and let's not spoil anything anymore. And magic coffee. Judge, that's really bad. That's something you shouldn't ever admit. Especially how many of the cases have gone to multiple days. And there to be an expectation that you have been in multiple trials in a day, even in some occasions. So let's just pile up on things that show that he should have retired ages ago. I don't actually remember which one's the correct thing here. Let's ask about the sensors. Well, it is this certain funny grenade that you use on that one Toy Story inspired map on TTT, and then well, you can already guess that this will end up being just random bullshit. So let's skip a bit. So, there is still the obvious thing that wasn't like told. Like, we had an issue and it still hasn't been resolved even with this new one. But now that I start to rethink, I think I might have accidentally remembered this in a complete twist and turn, and the thing which I thought to be the bullshit thing is actually the important thing. So let's actually talk about the bullshit. So, I completely forgot this, but of course when we were asked is it important, it is of course important. And remember, everything that has been have been said, and then compare it to this. So Let's start by presenting and not pressing. The weapon that was supposed to hit the back of his head. Now that we know that he was having his back to the wall. It was so weird to hear Godot. I will spoil it in a manner that you don't hear his voice much at all. And it does suit him, but it also doesn't suit him at all at the same time. But then again, the objection sounds are always a thing of their own. So, there are so many things I would like to do. I would like to state the obvious truth that Atme is no acid detective, but what would it lead us with? It wouldn't lead us anywhere. Mr. Atme is a fake. Huh? What? Is that supposed to mean that I would like try to prove that he's some sort of replica? Some sort of false person trying to imitate a freaking Pinocchio? Who would want to do that? No one. But then we come to the third, very interesting option, which, at least in my mind, comes way too fast. Like, this should have been built up a tad more. Like, I know there's a lot that's gonna happen and go on with this case. And holy shit, I've already been on for an hour. So this didn't happen that fast, but it still happens quite fast. Boom. Remember when I talked about the blends having meaning? Yeah, he actually has them set up. He's doing this scientifically. And since he has the magical power to just summon it, of course he weaponizes it. And that must be some strong ass coffee when you can't even see the man under it anymore. Well, some could have like this to be an accident, but when you say it like that, you're admitting that you're trying to burn the defense. Also, I just got to love how the coffee just vanishes. It will not leave a stain in Wright's suit. It will not ever even hit his lips. It just drips down and vanishes in the thin air. Well, like I said, that everything came out so fast. Like, we got here so super fast. And how are we gonna get further than this? The thing is, normally when always you get this, you just state that, of course the proof is there, but we got here way too fast. Well, here's the biggest thing. Since you just barge in there, there's no way you can prove it now. Like, the only way you could have made this to be provable would have been that you know it's there, and you convince the police to come with you. But doing that is next to impossible, really. So getting it is important, but proving it, well, it falls to us now.
Objection!
Yeah. Godot is perfectly right. In normal circumstances, you would have such a huge cloud of mistrust on you when you are so closely related to the one being prosecuted. That, like, there is nothing you can do. You could have a literal sign from God that just ascended from heaven with proven testimony, yet you wouldn't be taken serious because you are biased. And for some reason in courts you get character witnesses, being husbands and wives occasionally, and it's still accepted. The whole case of having character witnesses is always super murky to me. Like, they are never taken as any sort of actual evidence unless money is involved. Because what can they be? It's just... If people would be a character witness for me, for instance, there would be a huge bunch of people that know a completely different side of me, and none would be able to say for certain that, well, he doesn't look like a murderer, or he doesn't look like a criminal to me. Like, who would believe that? People would just automatically assume that I'm both. Outside of the friend groups. Character witnesses, it's still such a weird concept altogether. And this very well goes into it. Because there's always a huge bias. Well, here's the deal. We are again with a question like this. And of course we could testify what we saw, but again we would be in the same circumstances. Because of course we are meant to be biased to our client. We want them to be stated to be innocent. So we should be considered as a witness to be the same as as our defendant's wife is. So of course that's not gonna do anything. If we just say we can't prove anything yet, we already got into deep trouble by saying that before. Fingerprints. What fingerprints? But hold on. Remember what happened in the last episode. We know that there actually should be fingerprints there. Remember who was the one touching it. We're just gonna do something historical. Something which I can't recall ever happened before or will happen again. We will present ourselves. That's true. It doesn't prove when they would have been put there. But here's the issue. Your client is trying to be convicted of stealing that urn. Of course, there could be the conspiracy, especially now that your client's wife brought the urn here. That your client knew where the urn is, told their wife to show it that we have it, I can bring it as surprise evidence during the trial. And at that point, our scummy lawyer accidentally left their fingerprints on it. But this seems to be a tad too smart for everyone. Even though it's a perfectly plausible scenario. And remember when I said about me wondering how the visor works? Well, it does smoke occasionally. That makes me wonder its functionality even more. It's so good for once to see. Hold on, I need to preserve this for eternity. For once, a character to actually admit what they are. They are a very tragic clown. Born as Pinocchio, that is quite tragic. And indeed, you are a clown, sir. There was a previous case where you definitely belonged. Especially how horrible everyone in that circus was. That's your home. Go to it at me. Go. They need you. Yeah, this was a super fast fast trial. You would have never guessed that an episode ends this quickly. And yeah, this is one reason why I said to go around. I don't know, will I actually have enough to go by, because 1 hour in and we are done with this trial. Everything just worked into place so fast. Feels like they were on a deadline and they just needed to have this settled quickly so you can move on to the next one. Totally what's gonna happen. What you thought? It's not gonna be over that quickly. And yoink, because this definitely is the most kangaroo court of any court ever.
Objection!
Yeah, here we go again. It it's funny in a way that this is technically doable. A crime can be proven without almost any shadow of a doubt. We can have someone else admit that they did it. We can have evidence pointing out to it. But if the original person being prosecuted just confesses, that can go over everything, which I find very, very weird. There have even been a case of an object hiding a weapon, and they're being like proven that to use that object as a weapon, you need to know how to operate it. A person who wasn't being convicted at the time actually using that object as a weapon and killing someone in the court. Yet the original person being prosecuted saved their ass by admitting their guilt to a crime they didn't do. But they didn't take into consideration that the other dude just made a murder, just murdered someone in front of them. So of course, him admitting won't absolve them of the new murder, only the old one. So both of them went to prison. There are wild, wild things like that in the world. Well, what we always do. Push it. Well, this was a very brief thing that happened, like just in the passing, in the last episode, but we do actually have proof. But I don't remember, can we actually present it yet, or do we have to do it in another way? Like, I guess we can do it here as well, because there are cases where you can present like multiple ways the same thing. So I think we should be able to do it here as well, so yes. The wallet. It was found at a completely different location, 1 a.m. at the night of the crime. Boom. That is true. I don't know. At least there must be cases where it like that not being done have led to something, but I have no knowledge of those cases. I assume that there is a punishment for it if you are caught not doing that. I don't know, has it been ever enforced and what it would be. I don't even know how the law functions here, because you can argue your case always that I was going to return it directly to the one that owns it. Because technically, the police can just take the money out of the wallet legally and say that, well, we can return the cards and things that are proven to be yours, but you cannot prove that this money was yours. That happens in every country, by the way. Corruption is major bad thing. But it really can't be helped. Anyway, I don't even know exactly what the law says here. What is the punishment if you are caught not giving the wallet to the police? Because there has to be some. I just don't know. If anyone knows, please tell me. Especially if anyone knows any cases where someone has been caught and didn't get out by just stating, I was just trying to return the wallet to the person directly. Because I have found wallets and I have returned them directly. Although the cases where I have found a wallet, I usually saw immediately when someone dropped it, or someone took it from someone else and nope, it goes back to the owner. Why would anyone do that? That's so outrageous. It it since it's not coming from the prosecution directly, nobody would ever take it seriously. It's coming directly from the prosecution. Sure, it's accepted just because the logic of prosecution, but defendant trying to make themselves look guilty by stating that there's a conspiracy making them not look guilty. Well, we actually have this as well. But this should actually bring out a cascade of things which are very unsavory, and oh, it was actually there and I forgot the color. I remember the color to be opposite for some reason. I don't know why. But boom. Like, this is just something you have to guess in a way, because it's someone who has something to back them up, but it never lands them out of the water, no matter the circumstances. And there is even a saying against them. If something smells, it's probably butts. So, yoink. He's been on this court, even on trial, so many times already. Judge, you can't be this senile. Also, I had to yoink the image because I haven't ever used it before, but I'm a bit ashamed that I didn't take the image back in 3DS days to use it for memes. But now we have the HD version of it, so let's meme it up. Well, it was just an half hour extra. Still the record of how quick these things end up. Like, we didn't even have Act 3. Just boom, over. Did you really think that this would be over so quickly? We had a trial about someone thieving something. Because where is the murder? Phoenix doesn't do thievery cases, he does murder. Well, it's the murder, alright? Yeah. Like, isn't it fun how we did everything we could? We won only to have that victory to become a way worse defeat. Like, this is a very common thing that happens in video games. It's just a thing that has never happened in Ace Attorney before this. Us proving our client innocent has, well, proven them to be guilty. And boom, that's the end of that act. So, I think this is the best time for me to have a break. I think I should have a tad longer break than usual, because I do want to continue on. This would be a good place to end it, and seeming as it has been closer to 2 hours, but especially since Goran said that he wants to stream, I do want to give him a raid. And to make up a bit, since last week I couldn't stream at all at this spot, let's continue, but after the break. I haven't actually eaten anything yet today. I kind of forgot the entire thing since I had a couple things to do today. So I'm not gonna eat during the stream, but I'm gonna make some preparations for it and maybe have a snack prepared and maybe, consume the snack. So I'll be back, but after the break.
Governor Militant Alexander's naming of his capital proved highly premature, as Victory Bay saw his troops broken and slaughtered by the powers of chaos. Eliphas the Inheritor led an unholy procession through the streets of the shattered city, his cultists shouting out terrible supplications and gathering up the dead and wounded. These unfortunates were brought before the great Hellstorm cannon that had formed the center of the Imperial defense. Eliphas' sorcerers, Amphion and Zethus, then performed a terrifying ritual using these rotting corpses as their sacrifice. With their dark words, the demon of plague and rot, bound into the cannon during the Horus Heresy, awoke anew. The Word-Bearers celebrated this day as that when their new crusade obtained the support of Ner'gul, the Chaos God of pestilence and decay. To celebrate his victory over the Eldar, Eliphas had his men crack open all the aliens' waystones. According to the black texts circulated after this dark day, these eldritch gems held the souls of the Eldar, keeping them from feeding the powers of chaos. By breaking the waystones, the Word-Bearers fed thousands of Eldar souls to Slaanesh, the Chaos God of excess and decadence, and obtained that dark deity's favor for their dark crusade. Faithful subjects of the Emperor understandably took heart to see the Word-Bearers strike at the heart of the Necron infestation of Cronus. With two implacable evils turning on one another, the thinking went, the forces of Wright couldn't help but win. Unfortunately, Eliphas the Inheritor would emerge from his victory in the Thur Abyss Plateau more dangerous than ever. Imperial commanders could not guess that the Necrons held strange technologies and artifacts that were as hateful to the powers of chaos as they were to life itself. By shattering the basalt monoliths and unholy archives of the Necrons, Eliphas was striking at one of the only forces, other than the God Emperor himself, able to push back the ruinous powers. In so doing, he not only removed a threat to his power, but gained the favor of Tzeentch, one of the Chaos Gods of the Warp. His dark crusade would carry the sanction of the God of Sorcery from that day onward, making it all the more unstoppable.
And I'm back. So, let's actually continue where we left off. And the part 3. Investigation 2. That actually reminded me of a funny thing. Have they ever shown or told, like, actually that Maya would be riding a bike? Because we see Phoenix doing that in the anime. It was even a very big part of the intro and everything. But I can't recall Maya ever actually being shown riding a bike. I can imagine that it would be hard with her costume and all, but they mentioned that she has one. I do find it funny how that case is referred here. It makes it sound way more like she actually did it while being possessed. Like, all the way it's presented. And it kinda entices you to, hey, pick up the previous game and see what happened. I like that. Like, in essence, you could play any part in the trilogy in any order, and it still wouldn't ruin it that much. Of course, certain cases are spoiled majorly. But yeah. And of course, it's always better to go in order. That's with all things. Like, the only place where some might argue, and in a way I do understand the argument, is with the Star Wars films. Like, that's the only place where you could go from not the chronological order to make it sense and make it better. Like, if you have never seen them and don't know the twists, yeah, it would actually pay off so much more if you go with 4, 5, and then you go back to 1, 2, 3, and then was 6 at the end. And don't watch the new ones at all. I did like them in the movies. Like, They were spectacles, they were fun. I left excited and happy from the theater, but immediately from leaving the theater, there were many of, wait, oh no, I was just carried in the motions. Oh no, why? When you actually started thinking about the things. Funny enough, it doesn't happen with Marvel movies, but it has happened with all the DC movies I've seen. Although with them, the excitement even during the movie has been a bit of The only exception was Shazam. There were like genuine whoa and excitement moments because it was so much better than I expected. But even looking it back, you start noticing so many flaws. So many flaws. It's just how it goes. Modern movie industry. Odd. What's actually the best place to start? Because I don't remember, like there has to be a locks that you have to go through certain places first, but I have no memory of them, so let's start with the detention center. Like, we don't officially have a client yet, so... Yep, I'll be seeing you later. If you be starting at the time you said you would, I will raid you. I will try to settle things by that point. At least close to it. And yeah. Since we can't go there yet, let's go to the second option, which is the hideout. It is. I cannot see that happening. Because it takes a lot more than having a temper. And the way that we have seen him snapping already has been very, very lacking in energy and very... well, the most politically correct and easiest way to explain it, it has been very much of the flight instead of fight. Let's just go with that. Yeah, I wouldn't say so, but Phoenix, she just admitted that she made a forced entry. She would have been arrested because the freaking secretary would have made notice and would have called the proper authority after what happened. Or even if they would have been too timid to just accept and tell that they made a mistake and let someone in through them, at the least the ace detective would have made a case that that evidence was gotten illegally. I was being arrested by illegal methods. She entered my premises without any sort of promise to do so. She must be arrested, and that would actually be called. The evidence was illegal in so many ways. it would not have even been accepted. It could have been accepted as, holy shit, yeah, this just proves everything, but we cannot have this as an actual evidence. We just have to go with the spirit of it. Because laws. Well, a 10-minute difference in the driving itself, that's not much of anything. Like, if, let's just say that if the city would be suitable for driving, like, aka the streets would be empty, I bet I could make it faster than that. But that's just the driving. Where you lose the time, where you actually lose the time, is when you turn off the car, get out of the car, lock the car, get your stuff from the car before you lock it, and small things like that. Like, I have done a lot of timing when I go to tournaments, and the most time spent on the way to the tournament is actually me getting to the car, getting the car out of the garage, and then stopping on the way to a store. And it's not the store visit itself, I can negate the time spent in the store, but all the mamble of getting out of the car and getting back into the car, getting back on the move, they take so much time comparatively. The distances ain't much. The distances I usually travel, all the other bramble just takes way more. Yeah, to be honest, anyone would be shocked if someone does the freaking kid attack of just spinning their arms around. Like, "Ah, stop it!" Just wailing around like crazy. Of of course, people would be like scared of that guy is insane. What the fuck we're gonna do now? But even if that would save you, I wouldn't be charmed by it. I would be scared by it as well. It's like, that guy is genuinely wrong in the head of going into a deadly situation with that force. Well, let's move to... Wait, it went directly there. I remember... I think I misremember like an extra place in the location. Well, we are going straight to the CEO's office. How can it be that in almost all the cases we are talking about blunt force trauma to the head? Legit, go through all the cases we have had before and remember it to the future. So many it has blunt force trauma to the head. And let's start examining the place. I completely misremembered what this place looked like. Like, I do remember, at least I think, way more what another place looks like. But I remember this office to be much more, well, much less bright. That can be explained with the medium, because colors change. But also far less modern. I remember that this office was way more wood grainy. That there were like panels to cover up the futuristic things with old-fashioned wood grain. But it was quite minor. In reality, it seems. Or could they have changed the art? Some art have definitely changed between the versions, but I doubt something this large would have. And I have a feeling that at least someone watching the VOD jumped out of their chair. As that is quite a jump scare. In, well, the series curve of view. There aren't many, but this was definitely meant to be one. A tame one, which I appreciate. Especially when you remember that the games were mainly handheld. And I can only assume... Wait, now that I think of... There are like mobile... Like actual legit mobile... What was Five Nights at Freddy games, aren't there, right? Games all about jump scares. On a mobile device. I see that as a very bad thing. Like, yeah, you playing alone in the dark in your bed, yeah, that's a good medium, but people playing like while going somewhere and getting jump scared and just throwing their phone onto the bus floor or onto the asphalt. Yeah, no. No. I have always wanted to work with one of those. Like, they looked so cool. And it's like multiple like spaces, multiple shelves. With like the requirement, a space requirement of, well, one less. In essence, because you have to shivel them around to get access to them. Like, you could have things displayed openly in a convenient manner, still cover them from dust because you can just like shove them together. I would so want one, but I would much rather have it in a much more sensible modern design, which I have seen, where like all of the shelves become like a cube, like a completely encased thing. And you can do it with motor or you can do it manually, because you always need a manual backup. Always. And the idea is that it will extend in a manner that you can access all of it at once, but you will only require take quarter of the space when you aren't using it. So for instance, in a room you could have like a space for, let's say, miniature game. I could set up my gaming table and play the game when it's closed. And the stuff to play the game would be inside there. So the very first thing, I would open the thing, get the stuff out, close it, then set the table, play the game, remove the table, set the stuff back, like in the boxes, open the thing again, put them in, close it. Convenience in space usage. It's cool. I love archiving. Only if there would have been more sensible licenses and schooling for it, because the options near home were quite bad and super limited. Because I think I might have enjoyed that line of work like as a complete encased thing way more than what I've been doing so far. So let's have a look at that list. So a unique jewel, 100,000. Yeah, it does sound quite low in the end. 150 for the crown of Bongora. Well, we don't really know how significant crown it is, but usually crowns have so much historical value that seems very low. Left Hand of Hades. The info we have gotten from that has been very, very odd and mixed, so I can see it being worth next to nothing, because there were so many statues of Hades. There used to be one in every bank, because Hades was the god of banking. You know, he owned the largest bank out of them all, the Soul Bank. Huh? That's a true thing, by the way. It's a true thing. Look it up. So it could go from next to nothing to millions. And the portrait, same thing. Could go from nothing to millions. Yeah, that's quite a bad thing when you think about it. If there is only a way few who know how to open the thing, and one of them happens to be the one currently jailed for the murder, yeah, it doesn't look good. But looking at the safe, it looks very traditional, very actually weak in structure, because we can see the hinges here. When you can ever actually see the hinges, that's a very clear weak spot. It can easily be opened up from those alone. Then let's look at the wheel. It's big. It actually seems that it could be a weak point of its own. Can't see the shaft system, so can't say for certain. Is that just a door slot or a slot to put in stuff? Those have always, both have been a huge weakness. Slots that allow you just to input things, they are super convenient for cracking open a safe. So they usually have been stopped. They aren't the thing anymore. In some advanced good models, they made this kind of like a smaller safe inside the safe, which you can use to input things into it without opening the entire thing. That's behind its own lock, usually a different passcode or a key, and those are kinda good. If you would physically bust open with blunt force, they bring an opening, but they, in the best systems, have been enforced in a way that it can detect that and actually make sure that you ain't going through that way. So that's been solved. Having the a door handle thing, those are just bad. Then we'll look at the actual computer system. There seems to be an actual keypad, most likely an entire keyboard, so you can input the password, so it's not just numbers. It could be just numbers and maybe some special operatives, but I would assume that it's like an old phone type of deal. And this could be a Simon Says password system, or it could be the spinny thing, so you could have a combinational, which would be very good. Indicators, and then I don't know what the heck is this. Sorry about that. Wow, that was dry. It could be a display that's now just showing a screensaver, but that could show oh, this has been opened last at some point, and in the baseball, the data it can gather. So the obvious weaknesses, despite, it's not that bad. It's not that good, but it's not that bad. I think I'm done here. I don't remember there being anything to show to Gumshoe, so let's go to the security room, which we just know how to go to. So let's start by examining. Immediately I notice a thing I would so want to have, but me unable to get to a store, find very lacking, and I can't even study them. Oh, I could go for some crisps, or even orange juice. I haven't had that in a very long time. Dun dun dun! That's odd. Like, I have a feeling that there was something that was supposed to be an achievement by name, which I remember, that was supposed to be like about Old Bag, and since we haven't gotten it before, I would assume it to be from this case. Maybe I'm missing something. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Could it be that because there is one other piece that reminds of Old Bag? Let's actually go back quickly. Maybe I actually didn't look through it, or I need to look through it in this spot. Because she was wearing this shit. I do remember that I did talk about this and looked into this last time, but I don't remember that it was explained like this, so maybe I had to study it now. Nothing. Now I'm a tad worried, because it could be that I'm just completely misremembering, or it could be something that's seen way later on, like gotten later on, but I can't think of any place where it could be. Maybe I should add like an extra save and look at this like later on, because I can't think of any other place where it could have like become a thing. I could be misremembering, but I can't remember any spot. Like this case should be like the last one where we should be able to see it. So Yep, let's make that safe just in case, because I don't know. Like, we are gonna have extra slots remaining, so let's have this one just in case. We have studied that. Let's move back. Let's go back to studying, because yeah, we studied this, nothing else should have like to do with old bag. Can I talk about old bag? I'm flexed. I don't want to look at a guide if someone is currently online and would do it for me. Appreciate it, accept it, but I don't want to do it, you know, during a stream and everything. So, well, let's continue regardless. Oh! I guess because that mentioned old bag. I guess that was the trigger. I got an achievement, smells like old bag. Either the achievement took way too long to pop up, or that this chair was actually a required part of it. I didn't even remember it would mention her. But let's actually have a look. Because these rooms, they kind of give me a feeling that they are part of a game. Like either something at Capcom, like a location, maybe their offices, or from another game. And this must definitely be from a Capcom game. But which one? It looks like multiple different games, so not sure. And this entire lever situation, it's like, what the fuck? And there's another lever right here. And what the fuck are these things on the floor supposed to be? I can understand these, but on the floor? And these? Like, this is not a spaceship, but it really looks like one. And let's do the usual. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know, can I do it right now? Because I don't really remember what's in the logs, but we'll have to see. Now this is the thing. I think I might remember what the evidence is, but I'm not sure. Do I know it? Like, let me explain. I think I know what what I should present here, but I don't know. Is it okay for me to do so yet? Like, have I gone past the trigger? But wait. Oh, I'm mixing the dates. Yeah, of course. We should have everything. I'm just being dumb. And yeah, we know everything because everything was told to us in the previous episode. And I forgot that, oh yeah, everything was actually told, so we don't need to find the information now. It was told us in the very first part. Well, he's in how to say this, not giving the sound clip to be used in some other place. He's in a agreeable position right now. He just had to admit to us that, yeah, all of this is pretty much his fault, and now he should answer whatever we present to him. And far as I remember, this is the spot. Like, we need to do that in order to do this. Who didn't have like a guess that this would be the case? Who didn't? Because this is what you should expect from the get-go, if you know anything about bots. there is a mistake he could have made. He did it. He fucking did it. So, I think we have everything we need now. I think. So, let's move. Because I don't think there is anything else we need. So, let's go to another place where we learn something, well, new. Yeah, Phoenix has a very good point. Actually, the exhibit, like, they could just have the blank freaking cushion there and show this is where the urn would have been displayed if not for the master thief, Master Mask, who stole it before it could the expedition could be opened. Like, it should draw even more attraction to all of this if the great thief made a thievery here. It's way larger than your badge, but both of you need those things. You couldn't work without them. Oi. Oi. Like, especially with technology museums, most of the stuff in them, and in most technology museums, most of the stuff is literal junk, but because it's all junk, it becomes valuable. It shows how things were done back in the day, and it's exciting. I really, really love technology museums. It's so fun to look at old things in action. Like, hopefully during the next summer I get to visit my cousins again, and that we would revisit, and hopefully with them in the trip as well, because last time I was only taken there with my uncle. But like, we visited a technology museum, and there was just randomly actually a person who actually worked with the computer there. It was the first computer in the country, and he worked with it. He told the story of like how there was a little accident and everything. It was fun. And then we went to an old power plant as well. We couldn't get to the new one because that's only open on certain days with like as a tour, And there's not much to see in the new one because everything is enclosed because it's in use. But the old power plant was there, open, and you could just see how it worked. Like everything was let bare. The old steam engines, everything. And it was so fun when it's a water power plant, yet they needed coal to power certain things in order for the plant to make power. Like, those old weird things that you just doesn't exist in any form nowadays. I bet there are places in the world where those are still completely used in such a same manner. I even know that there are nuclear power plants where they use coal to make the power to run the systems so the nuclear power plant can function. Unfortunately, they are still in operation. But like, normally, you don't get to see those things. Those things seemingly make no sense in a modern view, but they are important for future to like see how things have been progressed. Like, there are so many tools that haven't gone anywhere for thousands of years, but then there are things that don't stay the same for a month. Like this very thing in my palm. It's called a mobile phone. These things change every bloody month in quite a large manner. Like in the grand scheme, yeah, there have been only small advancements, but when you start to look into deep numbers and everything, yeah, things change so rapidly. I just wonder when we make the leap that we don't use phones anymore, we just have implants. It's gonna happen. It's just a question when. So let's start examining the things that have changed around here. Was the camera pointing so far in the side last time? Ah yes, the important burr. Somewhere in the distance we are gonna find Ham. And in the dark depths of the future we are going to see Grr. Oh, Nick. You should know. But this actually works. I think that this worked in the 3DS version, but I think this didn't work in the original. You had to be on the exact screen to the one you're talking to. Yep, it just pulls us in. Well, here we go again. And like last time, I'm not sure, do we have the pieces? Because there's still a thing we need to do, so maybe I should have done that before getting here. But I'm a bit doubtful. Might be that we just have the easiest Cyclops maybe ever. Don't remember other easier ones. Oh no, wait, there is... Yeah, there is that. There is that. Was it? That's actually the thing. Because we don't have the urn anymore. And the picture is what it used to look like. Now... That's... Wait. Wait. Yeah, I definitely need to do this later. Definitely. There's also the thing that I remember that this was supposed to become, you know, a evidence piece, but it's not. So maybe I need to do the other thing first and then come here. And this will be the thing to finish it all. I don't think there's anything here at all that I can do, but let's see, just to be sure. Wait, is it really so I can't examine anything here anymore? Oh, that's funny. I expected to get nothing, but the fact that I can't even get nothing... Wow. Okay, let's go to the office so we can go to the place where we actually need to. No. That means I'm missing something. There's nothing changed here yet. I wonder what could be the thing I'm missing. Also, I'm surprised that like the gumshoe thing happened that they talked about. Gumshoe not, you know, being there when we have seen Gumshoe. Oh, I think I needed to present something to Gumshoe. Yeah, let's see. This could be the missing thing. Okay, it didn't unlock anything, but let's see. Hideout. Can I? Yes, I can go from hideout to. No, I'm still missing something else. Was there something else I can show to Gumshoes? Because it kind of feels like that wasn't useful at all. I can only think of one thing, but that would be very uncommon. Also, oh shit, I actually need to always go from here. So let's present another thing, because could it really be? We haven't really heard much about him. Yeah, it has a special thing, so... reminds you of another security company owner now, doesn't it? It's been a long time since we heard from him, because he's most likely dead, but Seems like this guy is doing what he did, but on a way more massive scale. So I would think that we have what we need now, so... Aha! Before we get to that, let's just, here it is, take this out of the way, because far as I remember, we need to show this. You noticed the shadow, right? And that should give you an alarm, like, hey, how could that be? Or could they just be using a, you know, just a character to give an outline? Think about it. Just remember. And that's how you incriminate yourself. Because if you just let it out in the open, it would have looked way less like you did it. Like, way, way less. Uh... And here we go. Remember that it takes a long while to get to the village. And Pearl went there, did things, and got back. Like, it was at least 2 hours, or was it more like 6 hours by train? How is she back already? So yeah, now we only have one more thing to do. It seemingly doesn't have anything to do with the case, but we need to find out how those pink splotches got there. Even though I would expect everyone to already guess exactly what has happened. So let's get into the basement and time advanced. I was about to say that, okay, I can re-study it, so now we get it as a thing. We still didn't get it as a thing? What the fuck? I was supposed to get it as a thing. What the hell? I are confusion. Or do I need the first box and then... it's this stupid. I forgot it to be this stupid. You need to do it in this this very order in order to get any of it. It's so obvious. Why can't I just get the pieces whenever? It wouldn't advance it any faster since I need to earn anyway. So we should have everything now, so... Oh, yeah, I need to get out of that window first and then boom! I don't remember exactly. Was it just by boom boom, or was it the other way around? No, yeah, it wasn't this way around. It is obvious that it is like the paint markings and everything, but did I need to show in what order did I need to show it in? Oh yeah, stupid me. I need to prove that it was different before. So yeah, bow. Yeah, I got punished. Yada yada yada. Let me at it. Let me at it again. To showcase that it wasn't broken just not so long ago. The fucking poster. They wanted this to be a couple more lines more because, like Phoenix even says, it's just ridiculous. Don't try the cover. You've been blown. Like your cover has been blown ages ago. And like we have discovered her deepest, darkest secrets before. Why does she think she can hide something like this from us? Why did they have to end the sad samurai song? Like, come on, they could have continued. Instead, we get this weird, happy song. It was a clumsy accident, but it's not like a chummy, happy, go thing. Well, there is one obvious reason, which you should already consider, but... And here we go. We reached the end of part 3. So yes, we shall save, and we shall save... Let's not save over that one, but let's save over this one. So we can continue as we normally do. So, part 4, part 1. And you guys don't actually get to see it, because we are ending it here. So, thanks a lot everyone for joining today. Hopefully you're gonna join me again next time, which will be on Monday, unless I find some time on the weekend, which might be hard because, well, I expect this weekend to be busy. But I will try. I will try. So I'm not saying a definite no. But yeah. The Monday might be a tad different than normal. At this point, I can spoil that there is a plan to do a collab thing, me redeeming something that I quote unquote earned. So we'll just have to see the details. So expect Monday to be a bit different than normal. Then on Tuesday, I'm gonna continue with Heroes 5 expansion, Hammers of Fate. We're gonna start the second campaign, so we get to the dwarves. And then next Thursday, we'll continue right where we left off here. So we're gonna finish the second case. Oh wait, this is case 3. 2, 3, 2, 3. This is just the second one, isn't it? Yeah, this is the second case. Like I said, I misremembered this case to be the third case. For certain reasons. But you are gonna see it later on. But yeah. Thanks everyone so much for coming here. Let's do as we promised, and let's raid Goran. So, hope to see you guys later. Bye for now. Raiding.